Bonjour everyone, it's Nathalie coming to you today, your leadership coach, your person to help you thrive in your fitness career, with a question today relating to trust and how you perceive trust. It's come to my attention as I've actually been looking for new places to work myself, either as a yoga teacher, as a consultant, or as a coach, that people see trust in two different ways. People either see trust as something that is implied right from the get-go in the employment relationship, and oftentimes really any relationship, and they trust people, usually good to go from there, or perhaps there's along the way a disappointment and then broken trust comes in. Or people start with like an empty glass and then they feel like trust needs to be built and trust needs to be earned. And I'm wondering where you see yourself. And the reason I ask that is because trust is an integral part of mentorship. It's an integral part of fitness professionals feeling like they've got a safe place in your club, your business, your studio, etc., in order to be able to grow. And that is what fit pros want from their leaders. So we'll talk about that a little bit deeper in just a sec, but here's my suggestion or invitation to reflect for you. Trust comes in a lot of different shapes and sizes, but I find that a lot of people wish their culture at their gym was based more on the culture of positivity and optimism. People struggle when there's a lot of blame and finger pointing whenever issues arise. They look to see who's wrong, whose responsibility, whose fault things were. And oftentimes that's because trust wasn't there from the get-go. And the reason oftentimes trust might not have been there from the get-go has a lot to do with how we start the business or employment or colleague relationship with our teams, our boss, our employees, etc. I'll give you a prime example of that: exclusivity contracts. Now, you may have heard me in the past know that I'm on some sort of a dedicated path to abolish exclusivity contracts in the fitness industry, because to me, they are part and parcel to employment policies and contracts that are based not from a place of trust. We worry in exclusivity contracts that the people who work with us or for us will actually take some of that business intelligence, culture, etc., and take it to other places. And so we tell them right from the get-go what they cannot do. I'm therefore inviting all managers, decision makers, studio owners, etc., to have a look at your employment contracts, have a look at all those clauses, and ask yourself, is everything here created from a place of trust? Usually, if the answer is no, it's because in the past you did, and you were burned by a not great employee, either leaving you in an inappropriate way, doing something wrong, going and launching their own business in a way that stole your clients, etc., etc., etc. Here's my suggestion to that. If you are in a place where something has happened to you, you've been wronged by somebody in the workplace, by one of your employees, etc., heal, and I mean legit, heal before you create policies. Otherwise, what we do is we create policies based on the fact that 5 to 7% of the population is gonna try and screw us, is gonna try and do us wrong. And therefore, we are taking the same big paintbrush of policies to the 93, 97% of the population that is phenomenal and will never do anything wrong. And so it tends to be a massive stereotype based on us creating policies when we are hurt, when we feel like we've been wrong, when we are frustrated, upset, and other colorful language that I'll share with you perhaps at another time, but not right now. So instead of doing that, let's think about how we can optimistically build policies and employment relationships, as well as trust with everyone we work with from a place of optimism. I dive into this a little bit more and give you tons of opportunities to reflect this more on a brand new 4-part video series that I'm super excited to share with you for a few different reasons. 1, it's free, and oh my God, we love free stuff. 2, it's called What Fit Pros Want from Their Leaders. Because having been in the industry for almost 25 years now, and having had the pleasure of leading the team that certifies trainers in Canada, and I mean certifies about 6,000 trainers in Canada, I hear constantly from club owners, studio managers, etc., that there's not enough trainers in the industry. To which my answer is, yes, there are. Every certification body is putting up tons and tons and tons of people there. What I wonder is what happens to them once they're out into the industry. And so I created this 4-part series to help you know what Fit Pros want from their leaders so that you can attract the right ones for you, perhaps even repel the ones that aren't right, attract the right ones to you, engage them into your culture, make sure that they're a great fit for the team, and then help them develop and retain the ones that make sense for you, your members, your business, and your success. And so in the 4-part video series, I give you the answer right away, and I'm actually going to give it to you now. What Fit Pros want from their leaders is growth. Now, in the video series and in all the work and the reflections and the emails that come along with that, you'll get tons of opportunities to ask yourself if you've put your business in the right place to help Fit Pros grow. And by the way, it doesn't mean you have to invest a lot of money. It doesn't mean you need thousands, not even hundreds necessarily of dollars of education allowance to go along with that. It has more to do with the growth mindset that you occupy as a leader and therefore provide your team. So have a look, join on in, go ahead and enjoy the series, give me some feedback, and do it now because we're recruiting. Now's the time of year that we can look into it and see how we can set ourselves up for 2020 with the best success possible, both for our fit professionals and for us as leaders who understand what they want and are able to actually sink our teeth into that and create the culture in our business that gets the best Fit Pros, helps them perform, helps us succeed, and really more than anything else, helps our members and business and clients succeed. I wish you well, enjoy. Let me know what you think about that. How does trust sit with you?